This Ducky One has definitely seen better days. It looks a little bit dirty and dusty. I can see some stuff on the metal mid plate, and it's obviously got a couple of keys and switches missing, and it's also torn apart because I took the switches off the keyboard, because when I plugged it in, those keys weren't working at all, and that's because of the main reason this keyboard was sent in to me. It got peed on by a cat. I mean, if you and I got peed on, I mean, that's pretty disgusting, unless that's your kink. I'm not gonna kink shame, but otherwise, you'd just take a shower and be as good as new, minus the emotional trauma. Electronics, though, are a little bit different. That pee can really fry their circuits, quite literally. So this keyboard was sent in to me by Sean. I met him over on Carousel here in Malaysia. I fixed up his Nintendo Switch and his 3D printer. We kind of hit it off a little bit. He mentioned about this keyboard from his mom that got, well, the champagne shower, which leads us very well into the now. Look, I have no doubt that this keyboard, the board is damaged. To be honest, I already did some continuity test to make sure that these switches weren't the ones that were causing the issue. So I think that the next step is just to desolder and clean everything and just see what we're dealing with. So the Ducky One is fully disassembled, as you can see, and it is looking absolutely filthy, really filthy. Oh my god, look at the amount of like dirt and dust on this thing, and you can even see right here, this is where obviously the cat did a number on things, and there is corrosion here. No wonder the 9 key wasn't working. I'm absolutely surprised that the O key is working as well, although actually, come to think of it, I don't even remember if I tested whether the O key was working or not. Maybe it wasn't as well, I don't know. And not only that, the guy whom I got this keyboard from, Sean, has obviously tried to work on this before, because the Windows key, I think, wasn't working very well. So he tried to solder and desolder some stuff, and yeah, as you can see, that has definitely got some damaged solder pads. Yeah, that is going to have to be repaired because it is in pretty bad shape. But before I go ahead with any form of repairs, I am just gonna have to wash this board down because it is absolutely filthy. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. But yeah, after we wash it, we're gonna try and fix it. Right, so with the board finally cleaned up, we can actually get a good look at the extent of the damage that the cat pee actually did on this board. And we can start with the mother main board right here with the O key. As you can see, the reason why the O key still works, let me try and get as close as I can, right? The reason why the O key still works is that the tracer is still intact. The top is definitely missing, but the good thing is that the bottom is still intact, so that is actually what is helping it maintain its continuity. But either way, I will repair this, but I can't say the same for the 9 key. Now if you look at the 9 key, that has definitely disappeared. It has definitely been corroded. It is totally gone. That's why the 9 key isn't working anymore. So that is going to have to be repaired and replaced. The same goes for this one right here as well. That's totally gone as well, so I'm gonna have to repair that one, as well as the Windows, the right Windows key. Right, so from here looks totally fine, but underneath it's totally gone. Like this completely gone, this completely gone, as well as the number 9 key right here. This guy totally gone. So those are going to have to be repaired. Now let's take a look at the mid frame as well, because it's here that you can really see the extent of the damage onto the of the cat P onto this keyboard. Because this, the reason why it looks like this is because the cat P actually destroyed the paint and made it, like, you know, bubble and float up. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of there, a little bit of it there. I'm not sure if the camera will want to focus. There you go. So you can see a little bit of it there. I didn't manage to lift the paint off here, but yeah, basically I went over it with the power washer, and by doing so it lifted up all of that paint, which was no longer sticking to this metal mid plate. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and sand this guy down and then respray it, because yeah, I mean that looks absolutely terrible right now. I think, yeah, that's probably going to have to be the way to go. But before that, I am gonna fix this board, then we'll see how we go from there. So I am done spraying the mid plate, and it actually looks and feels pretty good right now. That stock glossy finish is gone because I went over it with a matte black spray can, and that has given it this sort of rough feel to it that I actually kind of really like. Yeah, I also did a couple of trace and pad repairs on the board, but I'm actually going to stop right here. I'm not going to fully repair it because an interesting idea actually came to me mid repairs. I think it'd be a lot more exciting if I didn't just fix this keyboard up, but rather bring it to 2023. What I mean by that is that I want to give this Ducky One the ability to hot swap switches, so, you know, doing away with hard soldering of switches, and I want to get rid of the micro USB port down the back, right? Like, forget that we're in 2023. Micro USB is just, you know, a bad connector. You know, in my opinion, USB-C is just sexier, so I'm gonna make a custom connector for the keyboard, which will involve some custom PCBs and designing and 3D printing some custom parts to make it fit. In fact, I've actually gone ahead and got some parts for the keyboard already and did some testing. So here's a sneak preview of what's to come. So that goes in like that. Right there. Yeah. Alright. that's pretty much it for me now though. If you enjoyed the repair so far, give it a like, share it if you thought it was cool, and comment down below on what you think about it. My name is Yang, the Tech Rodent. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.